Hola, hola, amigos. I'm going to take this moment to introduce myself. My name is Ciria, Ciria, and I am married to my husband, Yoshi. His name is Yoshihiro. So I'm going to let you start guessing what his nationality is. But there's a hint, we are in Mexico. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into our actual video, all right? And if you like what you see, what you hear, or if you're interested in learning more about our story, why don't you go ahead and give us a follow and a like, drop a comment, and let us know what your experiences have been. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Like what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear where you're from and if you've made a similar move. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, we're back. So let me tell you a little bit about the name of my channel, From 9 to 5 to Sunsets, My Dual Life. So the reason I named it this is because I feel that people really need to understand that people need to understand that moving to Mexico doesn't necessarily mean that you are free and able to do whatever the heck you want to do, even if you have a remote job. Okay, let's be honest, because they're not telling you the whole story. Plain and simple. I work 7 a.m. because Mexico is an hour behind the US right now. So my normal hours are Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. My office is open US time from 8 to 5. So that means I have to get up an hour earlier so that I can be online and available and up and working with my team every single day, Monday through Friday, their time, 8 to 5. I don't move from this chair. Like, I am legit working on my computer, taking care of emails, managing projects, reaching out to people, having meetings. It's an all-day thing. There's times where a lot of the times I don't even get to take a lunch. I don't take a lunch because I forget, or I'm just too busy, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just, get off a little bit earlier today. But no, that doesn't seem to happen either. So let me take the blindfold off, and all kidding aside, it's a normal thing. So when they say you have more freedom and everything when you move to Mexico, and trust me, I chose to keep my 9 to 5, my 8 to 5 job. Okay, I love my job. I didn't want to let it go. And I was blessed enough to be able to have an organization that completely supports me and believes in me and trusts me to do my job the way I'm supposed to do it and when I'm supposed to do it. They know that they can count on me no matter what. They can always call me. I am always available. I am truly, like no joke, here at my chair. I'm working all day long. Right now, it's after work hours, so you know what? I figured I would take the opportunity and shed a little light on this whole working remote thing, okay? So it really isn't all that it's possible for the digital nomads. They're taking their laptop to the beach or whatever. I have a beach. I don't go. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. And ethically, my work ethic doesn't allow me to take that freedom and go work somewhere on the beach. Like, I can't focus doing my job while I'm sitting at a beach. That you just can't, okay? There's too many distractions, too many things going on to where it doesn't allow you to focus on your real job. And then that's where things happen. Things get messed up. You start to drop the ball in certain areas of your work, and that's just not me. That's not me. I choose not to do it. So yes, to each their own, but my life is the way I deem to live it, okay? And I'm committed to my job, so that's what I do from 9 to 5 until sunset, pretty much, okay? So that's the first part of the title of my YouTube channel. Dual life. Why is it a dual life? Well, because I commute quite a bit. I moved my husband down to Acapulco, Mexico, close to 2 years ago. And with that came me having the opportunity to continue to stay on board with my organization and to work remote. But the condition was that I commute. So in commuting, I come to Mexico, spend time with my husband, and I'm here for 6 weeks at a time, sometimes 7 weeks, and sometimes 5 weeks. Sometimes it's 4 weeks. And then if I have like an urgent meeting, a meeting that's coming up in the States, then I will head back a little bit earlier so that I can do my time. I say my time in the States, because I'm here most of the time. It's 6 weeks, but then when I commute back, it's a month. So I'm there for a month. Sometimes I'm there for 5 weeks. So it just really depends on what's going on with my work schedule. That determines the amount of time that I am there, and then determines the amount of time that I'm in Acapulco. So basically that's my dual life, and I will have to say that it's not easy, because, you know, my family, my kids, they're all back in the States, and I only have my husband here. My husband is an amazing man, and in one of these videos I will take the time to introduce him to you, and you'll get to meet him. But it's hard every time that I have to pack up and leave here, because I know that I'm going to be without my husband, without my better half for a month, and you know, it's a struggle. And then when I get to the States, I'm happy because I get to see my family, I get to see my children, that's the good part. I get to see my friends, I get to see my coworkers, everybody in the office, and I genuinely also really get to enjoy the freedom of being able to move around as I wish, go wherever I want, whenever I want, and do those type of things. When I'm here in Mexico, I'm very limited as to what I can do on my own, not because I'm not allowed to. I can totally do it, but I don't have a vehicle here right now. The vehicle I did have here, I took it back to the States, and that's how I use for, that's what I use for transportation when I'm back over there. But here right now, we just don't have a vehicle. We haven't purchased one because we haven't been financially able to. We have a motorcycle, but and when I say motorcycle, it's more of a moped, and it's not that safe, okay? We use it when we absolutely need to, but the traffic here in Acapulco is crazy, and people in their cars do not care that you're on a motorcycle, and accidents can happen. And I've seen several accidents, and I've heard of many, many accidents. And then the weather right now, it's hurricane season. So it's raining a lot of the days. Right now, it really hasn't rained all that much these past few days, but it does rain. And then, if it rains all night, then the roads are still wet. The bikes can slip and you fall. My husband's fallen like 3 times already. And at this point, he's just like, I'm not taking you on the bike because I don't want you to get hurt. He's like, no, absolutely not. I don't want to take you on the bike. And I'm like, okay. But that's the only reason why I can't move around here. But because when I had my truck here, I was able to go anywhere, whenever. Am I scared? No, I'm not scared, because I'm not going in the areas that I shouldn't be going into. which is a lot of things that people are concerned about. They're like, oh, you're in Acapulco. Oh my gosh, it's so dangerous. Like, I would never go there. Well, just like I would never go to the bad parts of Chicago, okay? I would not go where the gangbangers are. I would not go to where drug transactions are happening. Like, you know to stay out of those areas. I stay in my safe zone. I stay in my areas, the places that I know, you know, Naperville, Aurora, Schaumburg, Oak Brook. I'm not going to the bad areas. There's danger everywhere you go, okay? So it's kind of annoying to hear people, you know, talk negative about Mexico and the safety. Yes, things happen. Yes, people are getting killed, and it saddens me to know that that is happening. But they're not targeting innocent people, okay? They're not targeting innocent people. If it's the cartels, then the cartels are targeting people that have been involved in their businesses. That is all that I have seen, like, that I've learned since I've been here in Mexico. So yeah, I mean, going back to dual life, it's really rough. It's really, really rough, because when I'm here, I try to like get back into the swing of things, into this mode here, and I unpack and put my things back into its place, and then before I know it, it's time to pack things back up and head back to Chicago. So, and then I'm there, I unpack, get things into its place, and start all over again. So when I really look at it, it's like I have 2 houses, 2 beds, 2 kitchens, 2 bathrooms, like 2 sofas, and I'm neither here nor there. So it's really, really tough emotionally, physically, it's draining. So, but this is something that we decided to do, and I'm going to continue to do it for as long as I have to, or as long as I can, as long as my job permits me to do it. Thank God that everything has gone smoothly for the past 2 years, that my employer knows that they can count on me, and that I do anything that I can to make sure that my job gets done. And they know that they can count on me if something were to come up, that they can definitely count on me to head back home sooner. So all of that said, I just wanted to give you like a brief introduction as to the name of my channel and why it is called what it's called. But I do plan on giving a little bit more of a background as to the actual move and everything involved. And we'll talk about dual citizenship. We will talk about Hurricane Otis. We will talk about my family life, how it's impacted our family here and there, my kids, what's going on with them, how are they dealing with the changes with mom not being around. I'll take you through the journey of my dogs, how we moved them from Chicago to all the way down to Acapulco, 4-day journey. I'll talk to you about bringing your US plated vehicle into Mexico and all the requirements that go along with that. I'll talk about how you go about legalizing your marriages from the States into Mexico. What else? Gosh, so much has gone on. What else can I share with you? The experience the ordeal from Hurricane Otis. And then Tropical Storm John, the impact that it had on our family. And I'll probably do a few videos, interviews with some of my family members here, my in-laws. And then I'll share, my mother-in-law's condition and how she's doing, and maybe I'll even interview her if she allows me to. See how we get through that. What else? Gosh, there's so much more. Oh, maybe I'll share with you the little incident that happened with my 2 dogs that then turned into 11 dogs, and now I'm down to 4 dogs when I first started with just 2. So with all of that being said, and then I will talk to you about, most importantly, why my husband is here aside from his, his mom's condition. We'll talk about immigration. So stay tuned if you want to learn more. Follow me, and I'll start uploading more videos. All right? Everyone, have a wonderful day, blessed day, and I'll stay in touch. All right? Hasta pronto. Bye.